Hello everyone, this is Donna from Even the Scales. Thank you if you've clicked on my video today. I'm just making this video just to protect myself again from the community here that's still trying to take my life every single chance that they get. And I put up a video last night about just how distressed I am with and how traumatized I am because of what the neighbours and the landlord have done to me here in my home, tampering with the air. And I put a video up last night and I was just so distressed and, um, I thought it would stop. But it's like these people just, they must just think to themselves, oh, look, I'll just have one more shot at it. I'll just have one more shot, This time she might have that panic attack that just takes her out. But I don't know why they are believing that that's going to help them. If something happens to me, you people are going to be up for murder. There are people in high places that know about this, people that are watching these videos. There are people out there trying to help me. And you people are about to be dealing with the justice system yourself for what you've done. But it's like this landlord is sitting back somewhere and they are using these people like puppets, and they are sending all these people, like different people around me, to try and psychologically abuse me, scare me. It's got to the point where if I leave my home, I have to create a short video, just to protect myself from the neighbours or the landlord lighting a fire and destroying my home and everything in it, because there's evidence in this house that the landlord wants destroyed. So right now, these people are absolutely desperate. So I have to like watch, my back with everything that I do. And I wouldn't even put it past the landlord to stage a break-in here just to get that evidence. So I just want to protect myself right now with this video and let people know that this landlord, St George Community Housing, who has worked with the justice system, who has taken bribes to pay neighbours to abuse me to death here in Campbelltown, New South Wales, is just doing anything they can right now. They're sitting back. They're watching me in my home. Like, there's an illegal camera in my home. There's new neighbours here. I don't know if they can see me on the camera. I mean, I would say that they can, because just about everyone around me is involved in this. And if that's the case, they are also people that can contaminate my air if they wanted to. So I'm in absolute extreme danger right now. And this woman downstairs, she just won't stop. I mean, I got up again this morning and I'm in disbelief at this woman's behaviour. I just can't believe that someone would be that brazen to do something like that with an audience watching, especially after that video I posted last night about just how traumatised I am. I don't know if the landlord's sitting back and say, like, just try one more time. That's what the landlord's doing. The landlord doesn't want to face the fact that they're going to be up for attempted murder, and who knows how many other people this landlord has done this to. I wouldn't be surprised if there's an investigation that uncovers a lot about this landlord. And this woman downstairs, she just keeps going too, because she's absolutely ruthless. She has obviously she doesn't have any morals, and she doesn't have a heart whatsoever, because she could see how deeply traumatized I am by what's happened, and I'm so traumatized by what's gone on here, with especially with them playing with my ear. That has just severely traumatized me, and maybe it's because they know that they're continuing to do it every chance they get. So yeah, the landlord, the owner, or whoever is, telling these people what to do, is sitting back right now watching me on this illegal camera. And all of these people around me that are involved in this are just constantly trying to do little things, especially this woman downstairs. She just doesn't give up. She doesn't. And why she would think that she would ever get away with what she's done is just beyond me, because she's not getting away with it. She's definitely not. And neither is this landlord. You know, things happen for a reason. And, you know, there's no way in the world I'm going to just give up on my life for these disgusting people who just think that they can go around taking people's lives for money. Because that's what this woman's doing downstairs. She's deliberately putting out abuse and then watching me react to it on a camera. And then she's also watching my heartbeat to see if it looks like I'm going to have a heart attack. She knows I have severe PTSD. She knows that. So she's deliberately doing this. And, you know, when someone has PTSD, you cannot control your heart. You can't control the anxiety. And it's not like I'm in fear, but it's just the fact that this person has that control over my air. Like, that is the fear. That is a fear. I'm in absolute fear because I know I'm in danger, and I know this woman has no limit. She has no limit to what she's capable of or what she will do. So that is scary. So this is why I'm creating this video now, just to let everyone know that I'm living next door to an absolute obviously she's got a mental issue of some kind, whether that be she enjoys inflicting cruelty and abuse on people and then watching them react to it. I'm not sure. Or if she thinks that it's okay just to take lives for money, you know, that's a mental problem. It's not okay to just take people's lives for money. It's not. Obviously, the landlord does too. I mean, this landlord must be just one of the most evil people on the planet for doing what they're doing. Absolutely. What this landlord has put me through. And I'm a good tenant. So there's that I just wanted to make everyone aware of. Then there's at 2 a.m. this morning, this is happening every single morning, because there is a monitor in my body where these people can monitor my vital signs. They can also monitor when I go from sleep to waking state. And I don't know why, but every morning at around in between about 12 and 3, I kind of stir in my sleep and wake up a bit. And these people see that and they're waiting for it. And the PTSD that I have is worse through the night. It's worse when I'm woken out of my sleep by abuse. It's just worse. It's horrible. And that's how cruel these people are too. They're doing that. They're repeatedly doing this. And as I said, I can't control my heart. I can't. And, even though the police are over there, like there might be a couple of streets away stalking me, they are sitting there premeditating this without a doubt. They're waiting for that second when I wake up, and they're sitting there and they're premeditating it. They've also got helpers, like they've got the Transport New South Wales workers working with them at the same time. It's set up. Then they've got men driving around in loud cars, just screaming the motor around the streets at 2 a.m. in the morning. And, it's not like I'm scared of these people, because I'm not scared. They're over there. They're over there. But it's the trauma. It's the trauma of it. It's the trauma of knowing that there's men out there that know that I've just woken from, like I haven't even woken up properly. I haven't even moved sometimes. But they're watching my vital signs, and it must tell them when I'm waking up out of a sleep. And my heart starts going and I'll go into a full-on anxiety attack, and they know that. They know that. They're watching it happen, and they're deliberately trying to cause my heart to have a heart attack or a stroke. And it's happening repeatedly. It's happening through the night, and then this woman's doing it all day with the with the air. And this is why that's the fear for me, because knowing that someone has that control over my heartbeat, that is scary. It's not like these people scare me as people, but knowing that they have that control over my heart, yeah, that's really scary. And that's why I'm calling out for help. Please, someone help me. Someone please help me to raise awareness about what these people are trying to do, because the abuse is so intense, because there's only a few people that can abuse me now because of the truth that's out. And the people that can abuse me are the people that live close to me. They have control of my air, and they're just taking any opportunity that they can to put me through abuse. I've never harmed any of these people. I don't harm them, I don't talk to them, I don't bother anybody, but they're constantly watching me and preying on my life, especially this woman downstairs. She's hell-bent on forcing my death. She's trying to force it to happen, and she's doing it with an audience, and she has no fear. And she has a gas stove where she sends this air through into my home. So I'm absolutely in a lot of danger. And, this is all happening because of lies that were told. And the people that are still involved now, they know that those lies are true, but they're still doing this. They're still doing this even though they know the lies aren't true, because that's how ruthless they are. They don't want to be held accountable for what they've done. And they're just trying to force my death, including the police. Right now, it's the Campbelltown Police. I would say there's other emergency services too that are involved, because they've already been involved in a lot of the abuse, and they're all kind of under the same thing. Emergency services, they all help each other. They've all been a part of this. So right now, it's the Campbelltown Police. There's these abusive groups of men who I feel like are connected to businesses that have been a part of this abuse. The businesses that have put me through abuse, that don't want to be held accountable. Even though they know I'm innocent, they still don't want to be held accountable. And then there is these close neighbours that are involved. And there's still stalkers when I go out too. Stalkers that are watching me in my home, watching my every move, watching what I do on my devices, and creating ways to abuse me with what they're watching me do in my home. When I go into as soon as I get out the car in the car park of the shopping centre, there are stalkers around me. There's also stalkers on the road on the way and on the way home. I had one try and cause me an accident the day before yesterday at the roundabout just up the road, and I got his plate. So that happened, and then as soon as I get to the car park, and it's like the shopping centre's full of stalker cars. Like, sometimes you're battling to get a parking spot because there's so many stalkers at the shopping centre. And then, because these are people that are watching me in my home, and then they're tracking me. They're tracking my vehicle. There's a tracker on my car. So they're tracking my vehicle. They're listening to me in the car on the way. They're watching me in my home, everything I do, and they're trying to pick things out from what I'm doing. And then when I go into these shopping centres, they will try and get close to me, and they will say things that let me know that they've been watching me in my house. And the store that I talked about a couple of days ago, they put me through abuse again yesterday. So, even though these people know that the lies that people have made up aren't true, they're still just hell-bent on causing me to try and give up on my life, which is never, ever going to happen. Or they're trying to... My biggest fear is my heart. And, for someone like this woman downstairs that can actually, and these police who are actually carrying out abuse and then sitting there watching my heart, probably thinking, oh, good, 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 like it's going so fast, she might have a heart attack. And they just sit there and they're watching my heartbeat and my heart race. For someone to do that, that is one cold-hearted, sadistic person who is capable of murder, no doubt about that. To watch someone suffer like that and you know that they're not guilty of anything, that's a really, really dangerous person, and that's what I'm living next door to right now. And yeah, I have to make these videos when I leave the house to protect myself from this landlord because I just don't know what he's capable of doing, because I know he's sitting back and he's using these people like puppets and he's telling them constantly to do different things. And this morning, he must have said, or she's just done it, it's like this woman downstairs, she's taken it into her own hands, I think, at times. Like, she's just hell-bent on trying to take my life. And this woman stalks me so aggressively, and she's getting away with this. And I need some authorities to step in here. I need some help. I need the leaders of this town to do something about this, or for someone to notify some kind of authorities and help me here, because I'm just being abused 24 hours a day in my home, and I don't deserve any of this. I've done nothing to deserve this. This is happening to me because of a police cover-up. And the truth's out now. And when this all started, the justice system lied to people to get them involved. They lied to people about me. They told, I don't know who told what lies, but I know the justice system have told lies. I know my family have, and I know these neighbours have. And I know people from my past have. And, these people all have different motives. Some of them have stolen money. Some of them have committed crimes in the justice system and other crimes in the community. Some of them are jealous and just want to see me fall. Some of them just don't want me to ever get justice because they're just hateful and jealous and nasty. So there's all these different motives for why people told lies. I just want to get it straight, right? I've never been a prostitute. For anyone out there that has heard that I'm a prostitute, I've never been a prostitute. I've never been an alcoholic, and I've never been a drug addict on anything harder than marijuana. I did used to smoke marijuana every day, and it wasn't good for me. And you can't smoke it when you drive now, so I gave it up completely. So, but alcoholic, I've never been an alcoholic. I used to love a drink, yeah, but I've never been an alcoholic. But I know these things have been said about me. I'm a devil worshipper. Someone said I was a devil worshipper. I've never. What? Because I read tarot. I read tarot because I get messages from God, and I read tarot to help people get away from abusers. So I'm definitely not a devil worshipper. I've been cruel to animals. I think I've heard that. I've never been cruel to an animal. I love animals. I care about them very much, and I care about what this damage to the environment that's been caused here in Campbelltown, New South Wales over the past 18 months may have done to harm the animals, because the noise attacks that have been going on in this town, for anyone who's got a dog or a cat or anything, like, it would be scaring the animals. It would be scaring children. There's nowhere near as many birds as there were around here when I first moved here. The place used to be full of birds. There's a tree out the front. It used to be absolutely full of birds in the morning and at night. They're not there. You might see a few there every now and then, but they're not there like there was. So that, things have changed a great deal because of these noise attacks and pollution attacks that have been going on. And I want this abuse to stop, because I don't deserve any of this. I don't deserve to be woken up at 2 a.m. in the morning and scared into an anxiety attack. by police, mind you. The Campbelltown police are doing this deliberately, and they do that um, to get the neighbours going. They'll go and they'll sit a couple of streets away and they'll stalk at 2 a.m. They'll turn their siren on and off, and they'll make all these weird sounds, like really distorted. And then they will, and then they think, well, if we do this, well, then the neighbours are going to think it's okay to abuse her too, and will abuse her. So, and they'll abuse me too. Like, that's what they're trying to make happen. They're trying to let people know that it's still okay. This is the law enforcement in this town doing this to an innocent person. I'm not guilty of any crime. They're covering for a cop that has committed disgusting crimes against women. He's done this for his fun in the past. What he has done is absolutely disgusting. And when the truth comes out, people are going to think the same thing. That would have been one of the people that told lies about me, obviously. So I don't know what other lies have been told about me. I think it may have even been said that I harm children, and I mean, that couldn't be further from the truth. I love my grandkids. I love children in general, and I love my family. I didn't deserve any of this. I was good to my family. I was there for them. I supported them. I helped them every single chance I could. And they tried to take my life. There were setups. And this has been going on as far back as 2015-16. There has been psychological abuse being carried out on me. I didn't realise at the time, because it's called Stockholm Syndrome. It is. It happens when someone's been abused by narcissists all their life, and they accept the abuse. They accept being treated. They accept people making them feel like they are less than the person that they actually are constantly. So, and that's the same with, it's not just the people that were around my grandchildren. It's the same with other family members too that are involved in this, that have stolen an inheritance from me. That's why they did this. They stole an inheritance and they don't want to give that money back. And this whole thing is being done to take my life. And there's been family members that have worked with the justice system because they had their motive. The justice system's got their motive. It's a cover-up. I lived with family and domestic violence for 10 years, and I still am, because this is domestic violence to the extreme, what I'm going through now from this landlord, who I pay rent to every week and who is abusing me in my home 24 hours a day, every chance he gets. So, it's been going on for at least 10 years. And with this abusive cop, it's been going on since 2012. So people all had different motives for lying. There were people around here that just jumped at the opportunity to get involved in this because they were jealous of me. They didn't want to see me get justice. They didn't want to see me be happy, which is just unbelievable to me, because I could never hurt someone for not doing anything. But they made up lies. And because they had that prime position next to me or around me, living around me, they were able to spread rumours and lies. The ones that are involved, not all of them might have, but the ones that are very much involved in this and still are, they spread a lot of lies about me. And because people believe them, because I live here on my own, I'm a single woman, so, it would have been easy for them to say I was a prostitute. I've never been a prostitute. People have probably even said things like I've had STDs and things like that to keep people away from me, and I haven't. But yeah, like, why it's anybody's business to say things like that. It's just to keep people away from me. And the fact that my family were involved in this with the justice system to purposely isolate me, so that I spent my last birthday alone, completely alone. I spent Christmas alone, completely alone. Now, I have been purposely isolated from my family members and this community. It's been done on purpose to try and make me give up hope on my life. So it was easy for the neighbours to go around saying, well, she's a bad mother. Her children hate her. You know, I was a good mother to my children. I love them all very much, and my grandchildren. And it breaks my heart every single day. And then when I go out with the stalking, there's so many people that use their children, that exploit their children to psychologically abuse me around me not having my kids in my life. It's amazing how many people out there use their children in games, you know, and get for money to get paid for it. So yeah, that's just some of the stuff that's happened over the past 24 hours. I'm just trying to protect myself here, especially from this woman downstairs and the landlord, because I know St George Community Housing, whoever is in charge and whoever is telling these people what to do, this person is an absolute cold-blooded murderer, because they're trying to do that to me. Maybe he hasn't yet. I mean, I don't know. But this is a landlord that is trying to take my life. He's sending people around me constantly to try and take my life, to try and cause me this anxiety attack, to try and make me give up on my life. That's what they're trying to do. And that's what the community's done here over the past 18 months. That's what my family's done. They've tried to do that. And I won't. I'm not giving up my life for greedy people who are thinking that they can take a life for money. It's not happening. You're not getting my life. And there's other parts of the community too where I've been deserted. Like, well, the law has completely deserted me. And I don't deserve that. I deserve justice. If I hadn't have had that inheritance stolen from me, I wouldn't have had to go through any of this trauma. I would have been living the life that I'm meant to be living. And so the law, there's just been no law. 10 years I lived with family and domestic violence, and I still am. I can't call the police for help. There's no one here to call for help. With the medical system, the health system here in Campbelltown, there's no one to go and talk to. There's no one because they make sure everyone's involved. Psychologists and psychiatrists, certain ones that I went to, especially around the time where I was put in the hospital on false pretenses, back in early 2024, there were certain psychiatrists around then at Campbelltown Mental Health that were involved in this abuse. So there's no support system. That's what I'm trying to say. There's no support system around me here. I've been deserted by my community. And it's because these people are taking bribes from the justice system, because the justice system's trying to make me commit suicide. Or they're trying to cause me to have this severe PTSD attack to the point where my heart stops beating. And there's so many people that have been involved in this, so many. And that's why there's just still certain business people that are sending abuse towards me as well, because they don't want to be found out. So, yeah, the abuse is really intense right now that I'm being put through. It's extremely cruel and ruthless. These people are absolutely ruthless. They're dangerous. And every day that I am around these people, my life is in danger. So I'm going to ask my family again, give back what you stole. It doesn't belong to you. It belongs to me and my grandchildren. That's why things are happening like this. Nothing's right. Everything's been put out of whack here. That belongs to me, and I shouldn't be going through this at all. So you need to give that back so I can be safe. And I just want this abuse to stop. I want the police in Campbelltown to stop abusing me. But what they seem to do, when I say these people are ruthless and cruel, anything that I speak about on these videos, they do more. They do it more, just to be cruel. And she joins in with them. She's there with them, 100%, with these men. And it's because she has that close access. She thinks that, she's so almighty and powerful, She can watch me on a camera. She can watch my heartbeat as she carries out abuse. And she's got control of the oxygen in my home. So please, if there's anyone out there that can help me, please help me. Help me by sharing this video today. Or any that are attached to this. There are some in the description box that you can share, or I will attach the videos to the end of this one. If you would like to share one of them, that would really help me, because that is what I need to do. I need to create public awareness around this abuse, because these people aren't going to stop having a go at trying to take my life. They're going to do it every chance they get, especially St George Community Housing. This woman downstairs and the man that lives next door to her, they will have a go at my oxygen any chance that they get, or to try and make my heart race. And then there is the Campbelltown police and these abusive men that are driving around in these cars, trying to intimidate me, stalking my house, stalking. There's also a light plane pilot that they pay to fly over my home. And he has been involved in this for 18 months. And because I've said that now, he'll probably do it more. But I don't care. I want people to know what he's done. And I want people to know that he's been involved in this abuse since the beginning. I don't know who pays him, the justice system. There could be different businessmen paying him. I don't know. But he's being paid to do that, to just go backwards and forwards over my house, just to create noise, just to they do it just to try and intimidate me and to show, to exercise that power over me, that they're watching me in my house. And, and that's another thing. I want this camera out of my home. Who thinks that it's okay to watch someone in their house? And that's what this landlord has set up, St George Community Housing. So I want this camera out of my house. I want my human rights back. I don't deserve any of this. I don't deserve to be disrespected. I deserve to be treated with respect. I don't hurt anyone, and I respect other people. I do. I really do. I have respect for people. I would never think of doing anything like this to anybody. So please, if you could help me in any way whatsoever by creating public awareness about this, or by just helping me get justice in any way, please reach out to me on the email that will be attached in the description box of this video too. And if you've listened to this to the end, thank you so much. And I will surely be back on here again if I need to protect the air in my home, or if I need to protect myself in any way. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Enjoy your weekend.